Civil engineering materials are fundamental components utilized in the construction and maintenance of infrastructure, such as buildings, bridges, roads, and dams. These materials serve as the building blocks for various civil engineering projects, directly influencing their durability, safety, and overall functionality. The materials that I want to talk about is steel. The steel is a versatile iron carbon alloy enhanced with other elements like chromium or nickel, known for its high strength, durability, and recyclability, making it crucial for construction, automotive, and countless other applications. There is four types of steel, such as carbon steel, alloy steel, stainless steel, and tool steel. Carbon steel is a higher concentration of carbon than other types of steel, which adds to carbon steel strength. Carbon steel is commonly used to make construction materials, tools, automotive components, and more. Alloy steel is made by combining carbon steel with one of several alloying elements such as titanium, copper, chromium, aluminium, manganese, silicon, and nickel. These products have specific properties that are not found in standard carbon steel. Stainless steel is a type of steel alloy that contains a minimum of 11% chromium, which helps the materials resist corrosion. It is widely used in applications where corrosion resistance is essential, such as kitchen utensils and cutlery. Lastly, tool steel is a type of steel alloy whose hardness, resistance to abrasion, and ability to retain shape at increased temperature make it a popular choice for hand tools and machine dies. Next is engineering properties and characteristic of steel. Properties of steel has two properties such as mechanical properties of steel and physical properties of steel. There is some mechanical properties of steel that we know, such as tensile strength, the ability of steel to resist breaking when a force is applied, elasticity, the ability of steel to deform when a load is applied and then return to its original shape when the load is removed. Next, toughness, the ability of steel to absorb energy before breaking. Next, hardness. The hardness of steel refers to its resistance to deformation and wear. It is commonly measured using the Brinell or Vickers hardness scale. Lastly, resilience. The ability of steel to absorb and release energy without sustaining permanent damage. Next, for physical properties. There are some physical properties such as optical properties. The steel has very high reflectivity, being bright and shiny. Next, for electrical properties, steel is a great electrical conductor, which is why it is often used for wiring and electrical installation. After that, thermal properties. Steel can withstand high temperatures without melting. Lastly, magnetic properties that we all know the steel can be magnetized. For characteristic of steel, the strength. Steel offers high tensile and compressive strength. Durability, the steel is known for its durability, withstanding wear to and tear, corrosion, and environmental factor with ease. Lastly, toughness. The steel is a great choice where collision and long-term pressure could occur. We also know that there has an advantage and disadvantage in construction while using the steels. The advantage of steel, reliability. The steel is the most commonly used material in construction due to its consistent quality and reliability. Next, high durability. Durability is another great advantage of steel. Next, good ductility. Ductility refers to the material's ability to be stretched without breaking, and steel is very ductile. Lastly, versatile material. The steel is an incredibly versatile material that can be used in various forms, such as I-beam, RSJ-beam, angles, sheets, and many other steel products, making it ideal for a wide range of construction applications. For the disadvantage of steel, high maintenance. Despite its many benefits, steel structure require maintenance to ensure longevity and performance. Steel is susceptible to corrosion, which can weaken the structure over time. Next, sensitive to corrosion. Steel is highly sensitive to corrosion, which is one of its most significant disadvantage. When exposed to moisture and air, steel can rust, leading to a weakening of the structure. Next, for application in civil engineering projects, steel has long been a favored material in modern architecture, delivering on strength, durability, and aesthetic appeal. Among the most iconic example is the Petronas Twin Towers in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. These towers showcase how stainless steel has been integral to creating visually striking and resilient structures around the world. For sustainable practices or innovations, innovations for steel furnaces focus on sustainability and efficiency, primarily through enhancing electric arc furnace EAFs with green power, hydrogen injection and submerged injectors for better scrap melting and lower emissions, plus advancements in blast furnaces like top gas recycling for energy recovery. Other innovations include using induction furnaces for process heating, developing new materials for furnace linings and integrating carbon capture to drastically out CO2, moving the industry towards green, efficient steel making.
Steel is much stronger in tension and compression. Steel also can carry heavy load with slimmer section. Take the steel into the water. After a few hours, we can see the difference of weight.
Now I'm gonna talk about timber. Timber is typically woods that have been processed into beams and planks. Any wood capable of yielding a minimum dimensional size can be termed as a timber. Timbers are used for structural purposes and also for making houses and furniture. So let's move on to types of timber. There are two types of timber, which is softwoods and hardwoods. For softwoods, it is mainly used for construction and paper. For example, the woods from pine, fir, and cedar. And for hardwoods, it is mainly used for furniture and flooring. For example, woods from oak, maple, and walnut. Next, properties and characteristics of timber. For properties, it has to have the capability to bear shocks. Secondly, has good durability to resist fungus attack or other insects attack. For characteristic, there are different colors of wood produced by different type of trees, so the color of timber can vary. Secondly, it has knot in timber that marks where a branch once grew out on the tree. Now let's move to advantages and disadvantages of timber in construction. So, for our first advantage of timber is good insulation. Timber is a good insulator for sound and heat, and it also performs better than steel or brick when it comes to insulation. And the other advantage is low cost. The cost depends on how much material that will be used in a project, but timber can be cheaper than steel or other materials. As for the disadvantages, it can shrink or swell due to the ability of it to absorb water, and it is easy to catch fire because it is made of wood. Application in civil engineering projects. Timber projects in the Malaysian construction are evolving from traditional homes like the Rumah Melayu and colonial buildings to modern, sustainable high-rises using engineered wood for energy efficiency, healthier spaces, and faster construction, driven by government green policies and innovations overcoming moisture or pest concerns. With strong local timbers like chengal used alongside international softwoods for diverse applications. There are several types of timber projects and applications such as iconic structures, residential and interior designing. Sustainable practices or innovations. Innovative practices in logging have emerged as a means to ensure the long-term viability of timber resources while minimizing ecological impact. Responsible harvesting techniques aim to balance the demand for timber with the need to protect forest ecosystems. These practices include selective logging, which involves carefully choosing which trees to harvest based on their size, species, and ecological significance. This approach helps maintain the structural integrity of the forest and allows for natural regeneration. Additionally, reduced impact logging techniques minimize soil disturbance, protect water quality, and preserve wildlife habitats.
Timber has strong for its weight and best for low-rise building house furniture. Put the timber in the water and wait a few minutes to see the result.